All right, today we got a breakdown. I haven't done one of these in a while because I haven't done a short film in a while. So I just released my new short film, Night Hag. It's a horror short. If you have not seen it, please stop this video and go and watch that right now, because this is basically an entire spoiler, okay? So we're gonna break this down from top to bottom. I'm gonna show you some things that I wish I had done differently. I'm gonna show you the things that I did well. I'm gonna talk to you about how we did some of the setups and what we went through to get these shots, and kind of show you the process, bring you into what we did with this short, Night Hag. Night Hag was the idea of my writing partner, Samantha. She came to me with the idea, we finessed it, and we figured, hey, let's make something short, contained, and we can do this in one night. So we were able to pull together some people to just have fun, come out and make a short film that everybody can be proud of and they can show to their friends and whatever. We can get on YouTube and we can get this thing back going. So if this is your first time here, my name is Brandon Champ Robinson. This is my company, Imagination Upgraded. And basically what we're doing is we're taking this small YouTube channel and turning it into a big movie studio. So I want to bring you along on that ride. So please hit subscribe and come back and check out some stuff. Without further ado, let's get right into Night Hag.
Because it is a piano, but it's not sitting up high on stilts. Is that what you thought it was too, Ivel? Yeah, well, fine.
Is it just me, or is like old TV shows and game shows, they're just really creepy for some reason?
Yes, Ivel.
We have the same thing at home. It's the same house.
First thing, I want to tell you how we lit this. We have a 600D out here, and that's shining in, giving this a little bit of light. We had a little bit of haze in the room, but it wasn't giving us enough of that God rays kind of feel coming in. But I actually was able to enhance the way the light hits onto this couch and her side here through Davinci. There is a plugin called Light Rays, I believe. I'll probably show you that in another video. But a plugin called Light Rays I used, and we were able to make that happen. Get just a little bit more depth to it by doing that. Right behind us back here, there are two windows that were actually behind the TV. So through those windows, I shot in two Amran 100Ds with a little bit of a cyan gel on it. And basically what that did was kick up the, overall ambience in the room just a little bit. This was doing its thing, but it wasn't enough. So just to bring that up a little bit more. Also, what I did, you'll notice that there's a little bit of a flicker happening. And that was just a light gag through the Sidus Link app that I put on another Amran. And it would just flash and flicker just a little bit to give us the idea that the TV was shining light onto her as she's sleeping on the couch. If I had more time and lights, I would have back here maybe put a little bit of a tube back there underneath here just to kind of give it a little more pop and a little more depth. So that's a little bit of a missed opportunity on my part, but I think for what we did as far as just one night, I think it's cool. There's a little flicker.
She never knows when to quit.
This is a scene that originally was not supposed to be in there. We needed something to kind of startle her and break us from that TV and wake her up. In the script, it was like she just wakes up from this terrible dream or the TV wakes her up. But it just wasn't enough for me. It wasn't giving me what I wanted. So on the day when we were shooting, Jen showed me that she could do this weird contortionist backwards walk exorcism type deal. So she showed it to me. I was like, dope, let's just shoot it. I don't know exactly if we'll use it or not, but let's see what it looks like. So we shot it. It looked good. As we were working in the edit, we were able to find a place for it to go, and this is where it landed. And that brings me to another point, right? When you make your film, you make your film 3 times. You make it when you write it, you make it when you shoot it, and you make it when you edit it. Basically, we wrote it one way. We got this shot on the day, and then in the editing suite, that didn't work, so we had to adjust, and we found this. And actually, we did that a few times in here. So don't be afraid to adjust what you're doing and take another route. Filmmaking, you find creative things and you figure things out. That's all filmmaking is figuring things out. You still see the little light gag there? And then we just cut the light off there. So here we did a little bit of a digital push. Another thing that I did in Davinci again was I just added a little bit of glow back here just so it can kind of give a little bit more to her face here. And that's it. That's pretty much all we did. We do a digital push because we didn't have time to set up any rails or any dollies or anything like that. So we did a digital push and just a little bit of a Dutch angle. Dutch angle is basically just when you turn the camera, cant it a little bit on its side just to give a eerie feeling. It kind of throws everybody off, gives you a little off-putting feeling. So she's looking down the hallway, slow push. It's really weird. I don't want to go down there. Now, why is she scared to go down there? Who knows? You're a grown woman. Why are you scared to go down the dark? Here's something that I really like. Awakoko has this beautiful, deep, dark black skin. I did like playing with the shadows as far as their skin goes, but if I could have just, and this is, I didn't have a lot of kit, right? But I would have put just a little more light here just to kind of bring her away from there. Like I do like the shadow. You kind of see just a little bit of her eye right here, which is cool. I probably could have even just put a bounce, like a bounce just off camera here to kind of push back on her face and just give us a little bit more level there. That's just one of those things that I wish I could go back and do. But that's the great thing about this is you break down your film and you figure out what you've done wrong so you can be better going forward. Now we down this hallway. Don't know what's going on. Just trying to get to my room. Walks in. She sees herself breathing. Another one of those opportunities. I do, like I said, I like the silhouette of this, but I wish that I could have just given her a little bit here. And I was just really going off of living in the darkness, but it's a style, you know? I look back at it and say, I wish I would have gave her just a little bit so we could see her face, but honestly, I may not have needed it. She sees herself in the bed. What's wrong with you? Oh no, girl, look over here. What is this? Night hag. Creepy creature. I didn't want to reveal her too much, so I do like how this looks where she's really silhouetted and you can kind of see just a little bit of her eyes. Just a little bit here. You can see another eye. You can make out a creature. I do like that. This was a short where I decided I was going to just lean into the darkness. Scared, wake up.
You okay?
Girl, what are you doing?
Babe.
Breaking my sleep.
Babe. I'm fine. Nightmare?
I do like the low level of this.
Sorry. But please, I was already up.
She was so supportive.
Yeah, girl. You know it's the best time.
Scary girlfriend.
And get to, You wanna go with me to get some water?
No, I'm asleep. What I'm doing?
Babe. Megan.
Leave me alone. Let me sleep. So scared, she decides she's gonna get up and go get water herself.
I was
Oh wait, where you going?
Where you going? To get some water. Okay, I'm right behind you.
I still feel like just because I know where the light was coming from, I wish I had a little MC or Amaran, a tube or a Titan tube or something to just give her something here. I like kind of leaning into the darkness. You know, I can play around with it, have some fun. This was a one-day shoot. We didn't spend any money on it outside of buying crew lunch, and everybody had fun. Everybody was happy. This is just me picking apart my stuff. So shout out to Brittany here. Brittany came and she was hanging out for a while before she actually got to shoot. So that's really important with scheduling, especially when you're asking for people's time. I made a mistake there and I should have brought her in a little bit later. I brought her in early, so she had to wait a little bit, but she was really happy to be there and she did her job. So as far as lighting, we had the 600D out here again. I think I may have had an Amran just pushing in the room just to bring up the levels a little bit, and then I ended up ultimately bringing it down. You really got to pay attention to your ratios when you're doing like these horror things. One thing I learned from Shane Hurlbut is in order to get a good dark scene, you have to add light. So you have to have the right amount of light and you have to have the right ratios and things like that. So if you're looking to step up your game, I highly recommend going to filmmakersacademy.com. When I decided I was gonna step my cinematography game up, I found Shane's Inner Circle, and that was what Filmmaker Academy used to be. Since then, they've created so many courses and so much good information as far as anything you need to do on set, anything you want to learn about lighting, DIT, first AC, all that stuff. Definitely check out Filmmakers Academy. I'll leave a link down below. You can get a little bit of a discount, and then obviously it helps me out. But I've been rocking with them for a long time. I've met and been on set with Shane. I met his wife Lydia, and she is amazing. And she likes to give you tips about how to not be so stressed and have a good life as a filmmaker. So filmmakersacademy.com. Trust me, do it. Back to this. All right, so we're back in the kitchen. Same setup, didn't change much. Again, I wish I would have had those little tubes to kind of light underneath the cabinets. Right there. So if I had had those tubes, I would have definitely lit up the cabinets down here. Maybe I would have made them cool and just kept it all cool, but also you can make those warm and then you get that color contrast as well. A lot of the inspiration for this short came from Hereditary. So looking at that, they played with cool tones a lot, but then sometimes they would throw in a practical that was very warm to kind of give you that color contrast. So I probably would have done something like that, but that's really the only thing I was missing, I feel like. And I just didn't have the equipment. Again, use what you got. I do like this shot. Now here, this is dark. I'll take it. This is dark. There's nothing I can say about that. I should have pushed more backlight into this. You're supposed to be able to see her getting the heart snatched out, but it's kind of a two-way street. Like, you're supposed to be able to see her getting her heart snatched out, but also we didn't have great makeup, so I didn't want to break the effect because she obviously didn't have her chest cavity open, and I didn't have makeup to make it look like her chest cavity was open. So I hid it in darkness, probably hid it a little too much, but that's practice. Next time, I'll kill it. Eating the heart. Feel something's wrong, but what was that? I like the way this comes out, but I like the way this came out here. An easy day. This was about 3 shots. Back in the room.
Right behind you. Right.
Going back to lay down here. Uh-oh. Bloody. What happened? Night hag in the corner. So all of those sounds you're hearing, like that chewing and that gnarl, that was all Jen. Like, her creature acting is on point. She brought a big bag of just gummy rings and she just would pop them in her mouth. She put a little fake blood in her mouth and she would just chew sloppily and just make it look like she was just devouring this heart. Really good work. And you can see the dream loop.
Okay.
So I hope this came across. She's stuck in a dream loop. How do you get out of a dream loop? I have no idea, but when you're suffering from sleep paralysis, that's kind of what it feels like. You feel like you know what's going on, but you just cannot move, right? So she's just gonna keep living in this dream loop until she can figure out how to get out of this nightmare. That was not the original intention of the script. Originally, she was supposed to see the night hag and freak out and scream and go crazy, right? She couldn't scream for real. We were in someone's home and she was asleep. She was already allowing us to be in her house that late, so we didn't want to bother her by having her scream. So we were trying to get her, I was trying to get her to fake scream, just like mouth open. But that wasn't happening. Like, it just wasn't coming across. Now, I had to kind of look inside, like, what more could I have done to try to pull that out of her? And try to get her comfortable with doing that, because it was just a very uncomfortable thing to do. In the edit, we decided that we had to figure out how to make this work because it wasn't working. Playing around with a few different options, we decided that, hey, this could be a dream loop. We could just use the footage from before, tie it back, and make it look like she's walking into the room again, and now she's stuck in this nightmare loop. So that's how we ended up getting there.
Babe. Yeah, nightmare.
Boom. And there it is. Again, this is just practice, right? Like, you take a day, you take out some cameras and some friends, and you practice. So by the time you get a real budget to really do something big, you know how to do so much with so little that everything else can just enhance what you can already do. And that's the goal. I have some more content coming surrounding this. I even have a good ebook that I'm finishing up, which is basically a comprehensive guide of how to shoot a short film in a day. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got some value out of it. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever done a 48-hour film festival, or if you like to shoot things in one day. If you let me know down there, I will hit you up and I will shoot you a link to my ebook. It's not ready yet, but we'll use that as like a pre-order. Until next time, peace.